Welcome to Freedom Friday, and we're discussing this universal truth. Everything starts now. Never fight the gravity, own your decisions, and win the day. I had mentioned last week how in 2020, I was completely broken and in a very dark place spiritually and emotionally. I was also very, very sick physically. I was on blood pressure medication at that point for probably 10 years, but my resting blood pressure still was between 190 and 200 versus 95 over 110. My cardiologist told me I was a walking time bomb for a stroke. And I had severe AFib. They wanted to go and do a procedure on my heart. However, my health insurance at the time would not cover the procedure. And then at the end of 2020, I met Mindy and we started applying these truths, never fight gravity, own your decision, and win the day, to our lives as a couple, in our prayer time, in our discussions, and in the practical areas of our life, to including how we treat our bodies. I can report to you now that I have medical evidence I have no AFib. My cardiologist did a whole panel of tests and I'm completely healed. In fact, he says there's no evidence I ever had AFib. Also, I am not taking blood pressure medicine any longer, and my blood pressure runs between 120 and 130 and 70 over 80. I say that to say this stuff will change every area of your life if you make these truths a priority. So never fight with gravity. What does that even mean? I'm going to tell you where it came from. I was at the beach one day, and I just love the beach because I really love the ocean. I'm overwhelmed with its majesty, with its creative power, and its perfection. If you look at the minnows and the sea anemone and just the whole ecosystem, how it works, it's fascinating. Then take a step back. Look at the solar system. The law of gravity holds us in the perfect, precise location. We get any further away from the sun, we freeze. Any closer, we burn up. The law of gravity is a powerful force in our life. We need to honor it. Real life story. My daughter Amanda, who's my business partner, she was my first installer. When she was 2.5 years old, she fell in our swimming pool and I had to pull her off the bottom of the pool. The reason she fell in, she's 2.5. She didn't understand the law of gravity. She dropped her toy into the pool and went over to pick it up and just fell in. And the law of gravity pulled her to the bottom of the pool. If I would not have pulled her out of the pool, she would have died for 2 reasons. Number 1, the law of gravity just does its job. It just is. Number 2, she's not designed to breathe water. So I want to challenge you this week, look at every area of your life and ask yourself, are you violating the very design of the universe? I believe this. There's no greater way to honor the designer, which is God, than honoring his design. Have a great week. Look forward to seeing you next week.